Welcome to Jacksonville, Florida, and the annual site of one of the best rivalries in the sport. Not a lot of distance between the Gators and the Dogs, and once a year they come here close to the state line and draw their own battle lines. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Gators offense takes the field. This nasty, bitter feud, most of the years carried out on supposedly neutral ground, carries high stakes today, guys.
I'll tell you what's always fun about watching this game between Florida and Georgia is that there is just so much speed on the field. I felt that way when I played in this game. There's so much NFL talent racing around. The game just moves faster than most other games in college football.
I completely agree, but you did say the name of the game wrong. It's the Georgia-Florida game. In this rivalry, it's always played in Jacksonville, but speed, bragging rights, this game always matters to the fans.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The Gators will hustle to the line. Off the play fake. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. The punt team makes its way onto the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. He only needs a sliver of daylight. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. So the Georgia Bulldogs offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They go to the ground. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. They are letting the big dogs eat on the ground.
Pound, 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 the dog pound. Run the football, be physical. You can go back when Vince Dooley won a championship, Herschel Walker. You go all through the names. So many great running backs that run with an edge that are dogs.
Last time these two met, the big dogs ate as Georgia rolled easily.
And taking care of business in a rivalry game like they did, it means a lot. The bragging rights are even better. I can talk about stalking you out. Speaking of stalk, 2007, Mark Richt and the team to run on the field, celebrate. Those are the moments that you think about in this series that mean so much.
Yeah, we talked to the Gator coaching staff. They said it felt like Herschel Walker was back toting the rock for the Bulldogs. I mean, they had no answer for Georgia's running game a season ago. Defensively, the Gators know they've got to be a lot more physical in this one.
On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get it down.
This offense knew coming into this one, guys, how important it was to start early. And on this opening drive for them, they're doing a nice job running the football there on 3rd down. They're in a position on the field now. If you're on defense, you got to be ready for a shot throw into the end zone.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming. These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference, be great in your conference, get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, Palmer, but great start.
No doubt. To win the SEC is a long road. You know about that. I know about that personally. And they just got to take one game at a time.
Fires and picked off. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
This quarterback was having success throwing on the opening drive of the game, in large part because it's a lot harder to throw on 3rd down when the defense is expecting it, like you saw right there. They were ready. Had a really good coverage call to get the INT.
One back in the backfield, he gets to carry. Found a little space, he'll pick up 6 of the 14 as they have room to operate. And the Gators want to crank the tempo. They'll go right back to it. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll try the run. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. These two first met back in 1915, and for much of their histories, they've been sleeping giants. But man, when they wake up, do they wake up?
Well, it's two programs, obviously, with a lot of history and a lot of great players in the past, but I feel like because of the recent success of both Georgia and Florida in the last couple of decades, this is a game every year that everybody, not just in the SEC.
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
To the air, it's Burns. Quickly complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Great job by the defense winning those early downs. Now you get them in a predictable situation. 3rd and long. You bring in more DBs, more speed, more fun blitz packages. Get to have a little fun. Go get the quarterback.
Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down. The Gators will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later.
Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the 1st down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. David, as a Georgia legend, when I say Florida, what comes to mind?
Ugh. I mean, that's the easiest question you've asked me yet. I mean, there's nothing that I ever liked or enjoyed about the Florida Gators, just playing in that rivalry. You know, it's not a neutral site, by the way. It's in Jacksonville, Florida. Like, that's not neutral. It's way closer to Florida. It's way closer to Florida fans. But this rivalry, I'm telling you, every single year, that was the #1 team you wanted to beat.
Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
To the ground. He's got it again. Knocked down at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and gets a first down.
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that first quarter. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Makes the grab. It's Harris. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
This coaching staff has really done a nice job marrying the play-action game to their running game. That looked like that was going to be a run. Everything in that play said they're running the ball downhill. At the last second, quarterback pulled the football, and he was able to complete the throw.
They get him down, but not before he picks up 6 to the 7-yard line.
I know the passing game sells, the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's looking to throw. He caught it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs! PAT unit on the field. And the PAT makes it 7-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Texas A&M rolled to victory, flexing an offensive muscle that almost reminded folks of the record-setting days of Johnny Football and Mike Evans. Gig 'em Aggies indeed. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing, you've got guys swiping at it. You've got to have 2 hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
And they will open this drive right on the end to the end zone. He goes. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Lining up to add another. And the extra point makes it 14-0. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee, and they'll bring it to the 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. The Gators headed quickly to the line. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Wide open downfield. Hit the afterburners, kid. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9. He'll pull it on the read. Oh, what a cut! He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
Well, he chews up yards. That was really quick, really decisive. Design quarterback runs are very difficult to stop, and you could tell he's got some ability to make big plays. And thank goodness they got him on the ground and it wasn't a bigger play than it could have been.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Gators! And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead. They still have plenty of work to do.
They do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting in the second half and you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Everybody talks about getting off to a great start, but if you start building steam, David, that can work too.
No doubt, man, and sometimes it snowballs, but what do great teams do? Great teams respond. Struggled the first quarter, Palmer. They've done a great job rebounding and putting some points on the board.
You're right. I think they've started to identify the matchups that are in their favor. On this drive, they need to keep attacking, taking advantage of those matchups.
And he's almost to that first down marker. They're saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
This is a top 25 offense in college football, and I like what they do. They can run the football on 3rd downs when they need to. They show you right there. They've got some balance to them. They really know who they are. They have a good identity, and that's why they've been so successful this season.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. They'll give it to the back. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
It's a good-looking run, and I'll say this. I know Georgia's always been known to run the football. They always want to be really physical, but it starts up front. They always seem to have great units on the offensive line, guys that communicate and guys that get pushed. And they've put many running backs into the NFL, but it's because of these big old hog mollies up front.
They're going to ride this running back. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. The Bulldogs have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice...
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns.
He's got it downfield for a huge gain. All kinds of room to the right. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Florida.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
He'll bring it out. It's Burks. It's great to think you're going to score every time you return it, but, man, what a bad decision. He's down at the 6. First down here for the offense. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. It's complete. A huge pickup. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Dogs! Climbing up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinator. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. And he's coming out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Florida has the ball back, and here. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. That's the type of explosive play you love to start a drive with. First down from the 42. Good timing on the quick out. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the second quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
Gets it out fast. Makes a grab, and he's dragged down. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Looking for a man. It's Burns. Buys a little time with his feet. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. And the Gators will try to pin them back with the punt. Running it back, it's Harris. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. He lets it fly. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
Wide out in motion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Pick up a 5. They'll need 5 more on third down. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, Dave, if I were allowed to do that push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Makes his connection. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. They'll throw it on 1st down. Showing the arm strength down the left side. And he's running in the open. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, it's one thing to have a rivalry game, but when you have 2 longtime foes like the Gators and Dogs duking it out on neutral turf, you know emotions will run high. Each of these 2 offenses has looked like well-oiled machines, but it doesn't take a genius to figure out these 2 passing attacks have run circles around these defenses. Man or zone, nothing seems to be working, and I'm not sure that defensive coordinator is going to be able to figure things out here at halftime. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Florida and Georgia plays out.
The Gators will boot it away to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they...
He's got it downfield for a huge gain. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make things happen. You saw it in the first half, and you see it here again early in the 3rd quarter.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
He fires one deep down the right side.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling the rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. I haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
Got it in the middle, it's Burks. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. These 2 guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Hold it. Offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. And the Dogs look to keep this drive humming. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense, getting the sack, getting the fumble.
Just buried it. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down. Used to play fake, now to throw. And they get the sack right out of the gate. And the big dog got him again. And Georgia can be judicious when they blitz because they get pressure from the guys up front.
So nice having a defensive line that hunts. And year after year, Georgia finds these guys, but the double guys, the guys that can double sacks in a game, double-digit sacks in a season. These guys make your defense really special.
The Gators in the hurry up. Dropping back, it's Burns. Oh, what a grab by the defense. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense. Quarterback empties his backfield. He's looking to throw it. He lets one fly deep. And it's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Georgia! And the pummeling has started. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Homer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, should have ran a better route.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. And the Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Hand off from the shotgun. Pulls his way forward. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. He wants to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. That's reeled in, it's Goodwin. And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his. Offense picking up steam, 1st and 10 from the 31. The give to the back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Got a little work done on 1st down. Now back to the line. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and long from the 30-yard line, in this defense hoping to knock them out of field goal range. Lets it fly deep downfield. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. The lone back's got it. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
And here on first down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. Power football with the run. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. Touchdown, Dogs! And the beatdown has ensued. There is little the Dogs enjoy more than sticking it to the Gators, and boy, are they doing it right now.
Yeah, taking care of business. And listen, Georgia prides itself on being a physical unit. Every year, they're going to just pound you and bludgeon you. And Florida has had no response, just like in the last several games in this series. Georgia's just, they got the upper hand.
Georgia's always had talented teams. Certainly, they were very talented back in the day when I played, but the program was in a great place. But because of recent success, they're just at a different level now. What they're recruiting, what the expectations are, and they're really showing that here in the second half.
They're trying to get to him. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag down on the play. Let's see what that's about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on first down. Leaves it with the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Line getting set on second down. They'll keep it on the ground. That hole closed quickly. He'll get one out to the 6. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Fires on the move. It's caught downfield. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Looking to go up top on first down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Leaves it with the back. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
You know, it doesn't matter how talented you are as a quarterback, how accurate you are, how athletic you are. If you're on your back most of the day, it's going to be very hard to win the game. That's been the case for this guy here today. He's been under pressure. He hasn't been in rhythm. He's thrown an interception. This has just not gone his way.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Aga trying to make this red zone trip pay off. To the ground with the back. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Right back to the well. And he is stopped, not getting close to... Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
And how about the true freshman trusting him down near the goal line, down near the red area to give him the football? And listen, you know he wants to punch one in. Been talked about a lot, a high recruit. Everybody's singing his praises. He wants to get in that end zone and hear his name called one time.
He'll throw on 3rd down. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And the stomping has commenced. They extend this 4th quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
To throw, it's Burns. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, and he's able to get the ball back, but he does lose yardage on the play. A 3rd and long coming up here. He's looking downfield to throw. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. He'll start this drive firing. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Going the other way, and he's got room. And after the pick, everybody going the other way, and he crossed midfield and got it to the 47. Line gets set, 1st down. He's going to pass. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. After the big 1st down sack, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Got his man in the middle. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Gators will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll bring it back. It's Harris. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into it now.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Now the play fake. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's got it. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. And the Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs.
And that's a first down for the offense.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Takes a hit as he fires. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage total. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field.
For the offense.
Little touch pass to the receiver. Off he goes. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conservative, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is...
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
I know this defense came into this game hoping to get pressure on the quarterback, but I don't know in their wildest dreams if they ever thought it was going to look this good. I lost track at 5 sacks. They have been all over this quarterback today.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Back to pass, it's Burns. Dances away from the heat. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. Looking to move it through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Goodwin. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. 2nd and very short here for the offense. He's looking to throw. He's taking a deep shot. Makes the catch along the left sideline, and that is a big pickup.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them. They're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on first down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on 2nd down. And the defense gets moves, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. The Gators will line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes if you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring. I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop.
Good enough for a first down.
Wants to throw on 1st down. He rifles one deep down the right side. Touchdown, Georgia! And the route is on. They add on another score, and now that record to going to 8-1 on the season. And he tags on the extra point. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into two.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one.
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
Man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense is sputtered.
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. Timeout is called by the defense. A mere 21 seconds to go here. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. Fair catch just inside the 40. Looking for a productive play on first down. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And it's caught inside the 20. And he takes it in on the final play of the game. You played through the echo of the whistle, and they did that with a ceiling touchdown. He has been surgical, precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.